I am Callum Eaton. I am 24, from Bath, live in Bath currently, and I'm an artist. I'm a painter, I'm an image maker. I'm just pushing around coloured mud on a cotton surface. I'm doing it in this way that makes images. I do paintings. I'm like a very obsessive person. So like as a kid, I got super into basketball and like wanted to know everything about it, like just got obsessed, and then like moved like skateboarding, which has always been like a constant, but like it would come in waves of like super obsessed and like I just do it time to time. I would jump around from all these things and like I would invest every part of myself into being like the best at that. But I would always like draw things associated with that. One year on holiday with my family, I was really bored, and there was all these guys with like good haircuts and beards and stuff, and I was just, oh fuck, I just want to draw that. I think I borrowed my dad's iPad or something and basically just copied it one for one. And suddenly it was like, oh wow, I can do this like just as well as like the other people in my art class. And the only reason I took A-level art was because they were doing a trip to Barcelona. So the skating kind of took me to art A-level. And then so we went to Barcelona, blah, 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 it was great. And then that drawing really like pushed me, and I was like, okay, I can do this. So it just like forwarded me, but it was just drawing. I couldn't figure out colour to save my life. I guess that just propelled me into my second year of A-level, my final year at school. That was all I wanted to do at that point. But I still had like maths and like biology. My dad's an architect and my sister studies architecture. And so it was kind of like, in my mind, it was like, oh, well, I like drawing, I like science, and I like arts. I got to the end of school and got the grades to get into architecture school. I had places. Somehow I said no, and I was like, I want to go to Trowbridge and study art foundation and really like go further with this because there's something here. There was a girl in my class who said she was like thinking about studying fine art at uni. I remember hearing that, and like for some reason that really like it hurt, and I was like, I want to do that. And it was the first time I'd become like territorial, and I was like, no, that's my thing. And also art was just such a good way to like channel my obsession with things. It was just such a good, almost healthy way to like deal with my like obsessiveness. Fast forward 5 years from then, and here I am painting ordinary things. If anyone's thinking about going to art school, like you most likely won't learn anything about how to do what you want to do. In terms of like building a painting, like how to start a painting, how to get reference photos for a painting. But like in terms of like speaking the language of art and like learning how to do that and like learning about history and being around people who are doing like exciting things, that was invaluable. The stuff I know now and like connections I've made, people I had the like honor of talking to who are now like doing extremely well. And it's like I was able to like stand in their studio and like have a dialogue. I loved my time there. It allowed me the time to fuck up, make mistakes, not really know what I was doing, but that's okay because you're at uni. That's why I chose Goldsmiths, the place where I was going to study art, because there was no like Goldsmiths was literally like you turned up on the first day. There's a board up there with your names on it and your studio space is written next to it, and you go find your studio space. There'll be a desk and a chair and a wall in front of you. And you've got like a 30-person crit with like third years, second years, and then the little tadpoles of art school, which was all the first years, and going like, oh god. But that like self-initiated thing has helped me, I think, because I didn't want anyone telling me what to do. I wanted to just be able to be like, I'm obsessed about this. I'm obsessed about like, I just want to try this. That's like helped me now, because now when I sit in the studio, like trying to think of what to do, it's like I've had 3 years of like having to do that already without someone saying like, this is what you do. I mean, like I can tell people right now, if they want to learn how to paint, like realistically, go watch Cesar Santos on YouTube, buy his DVD, Secrets of Portrait Painting. It's the best 120 quid I've ever spent in my life. That's my whole advice. Some people would argue you need to know how to do it before you know why you're doing it. If you're focusing on like the how, you're going to be too much in that, and the why will then come later for some people. But everyone has their own thing. For me, I guess the why. I'm really interested in like the world. I'm interested in like human beings. I'm interested in the fact that like I look at a chair. There's no other reason that's here than a human being. And so like a chair is almost like a metaphor or a stand-in for a human. And I feel like those ordinary objects that you just look at every single day, there's a lot of weight to those, to really like banal thing, and there's a lot of beauty. It becomes jewel-like once it's been painted, or I mean, even on its own. But the reflections, you become aware. Once you see that like a human hand has done this, you become aware of all these beautiful little intricacies. That's the thing, it's like elevating these very mundane things to the status of a jewel. if you want to be an artist, like you don't have to know it, but it's so useful to know the language of art. And you learn that from the people who came before you who spoke it really well. Art is like whatever you kind of drag your like psyche through like a hedge, and like whatever kind of sticks is like, that's what your art is. I do not think by any stretch of the imagination I'm like, I'm where I want to be. Create things that you're like deeply passionate about. Do it your way. Don't compromise. You realize very quickly what you like and what you don't like about what you do. There's a part of you that needs to be selfish. You have to say no to things. Friends are going like, oh, let's go to the pub. And you're like, I actually have work to do. Like, I would love to, but like, I can't. There's a difference between that and like putting other people down so that you go up. I don't think it should be that. Like, that's why like what you do, or like Sons of Craft do, like, it's this like mentality of like, if you go up, we'll come with, like, or if like we go up, you'll come with us. And it's like, but cross-pollination, osmosis of like success almost. Like, it's a weird thing that like, if your friends are doing well or in like good places and are happy, then like you'll do well, or if you're doing well, then like you're a nice person to be around. People will want to work with you.